November. I waited several weeks. I never touched him. He said, "Do you want to step outside?" I got right in his face and showed my teeth and started telling him how I felt. He apologized.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
Be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
How is it you need an order against Mr. Eklund?
Mr. Eklund has made several threats that I would find to be serious. He said he was going to kill me. He said multiple things. If you see in the restraining order, the proof and the text messages that I had sent, and if you have had the chance to see the police report, the voicemail and the documents that were submitted, also by Mr. Eklund. Also, with that report, you'll also notice that his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend also has had previous issues with him in the report, and there's some domestic violence there too. So this isn't the first incident that he's done.
So how do you know him, and how did this all come about?
Sure. Thank you for asking that. Yes, sir. I'm a general contractor licensed in the state of Washington. His Daniel, which is his girlfriend, had called me to do work at her house, and it's just things got escalated. He has made assumptions that there were inappropriate things going on, which is, it's just their assumptions. Nothing's going on. And he has physically threatened me. He's physically harmed me, and he's also.
Was that a picture that was your picture you submitted about with the writing on it and so forth?
Yes, sir, it is. Yeah.
And that's you?
Yes, sir. I submitted two pictures. One of the text messages that
I saw that. No, I meant a picture of you, the actual picture, not a screenshot.
Picture of my back and the bruising.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. How did that happen?
His girlfriend had told him not to come to the residence. He came to the residence anyways while she was at work. He walked in the door. The statement in which he made, I was in the bathroom on my knees doing trim. The statement that he made coming in the house, "Don't worry, I won't kick your..." I'm trying to respect the court. I don't want to use profanity, but
We've heard a lot already, so you want
I'm aware, sir. He said he was just going to come in and "I'm not here to kick your ass, da, 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 da." And it just, he was told not to be there, and he ended up being there anyways. And the day that he showed up there, the text message in which you see that he said he was going to kill me was 2 days previous before he showed up.
Okay. So, how did you get onto this job? Did you know these people before then?
No, sir. No, sir. I don't know them at all at the time. I advertised on Craigslist or Nextdoor or something, and she had reached out to me to do some future work for her. So when I got there, she hired me to do the work. The work escalated to more work because we found some issues with the home. I am still currently there now working on the house. Yeah, I didn't know him before this at all.
Thank you. I'm going to hear from Mr. Eklund. Mr. Eklund, could you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
What's your response to his request for an order?
Well, I sent a very threatening voicemail, and I did, and I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. That was on the 24th of November. The incident where I did go up to grab a few things, I never touched him. It was also not, I'm so sorry. The voicemail message is me, and I sound crazy. I don't want to hear it. Please don't play it for me. Okay. And I'm sorry. I've never been in trouble in my life. I never physically hurt him or touched him. And it wasn't 2 days later after the voicemail was sent. It was weeks later. Even the police officer that I talked to said that. So I waited weeks. I did go up to get a few things I should not have. He said, he came out of the bathroom and said, "Do you want to step outside?" and we were alone. I'm 60. He's 50. I have, and I will give you absolute access to my chart. I have to have another surgery on my neck. I have L1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all massive ruptures in my back. Had a laminectomy. Underneath my plate, which covers 4, I have a massive rupture on both sides. I have a very cracked right hip. I was going to have my left knee 100% replaced in December. Obviously, I can't. I've been homeless for living kind of in my car. I'm guilty of the threatening phone message, which was the 24th of November. I waited several weeks. I never touched him. He said, "Do you want to step outside?" I got right in his face and showed my teeth and started telling him how I felt. He apologized and threw her under the bus, said it was all her, which is unfortunately true. And it is true. I did not cause him physical bodily harm. If he'd have pushed me down, it would take me 15 minutes to get up. I'm physically broken. That's not a joke. I've made a mistake by trying to fight for Danielle, and I did. I made a mistake. And my heart is broken more than anything. I've never been in trouble before. I do know, and I don't need to go at him, but these are lies. All this is, I had showed him a deer rifle that he may have forgotten. This was not in anger. Weeks prior, before I was kicked out, that doesn't work, and asked him about it. I haven't had ammo for it for years, and it doesn't work. It doesn't fire anyway. So I'm looking through these things. He said, I never physically harmed him. He went to the house after I left that day that I confronted him. Let me back up. I got in his face and I started yelling at him. I could see that he was scared. So I backed away and began to weep openly on my mother's ashes, on my grandchild who I live with right now. I take that very seriously. He threw her under the bus, admitted they have been having extremely inappropriate talk in person and text messages, but only that. He said he had video of us from the front of his car, a video camera, to which I said, awesome, because when I went through the door and I was angry and upset and looked at him and said, who's in charge of this? Look at this place. It looks like shit. He said, do you want to step outside? I confronted him. I started crying. He hugged me, said everything was fine. He went out in his car. I got my stuff. I left. And he said he had video of Danielle talking about having sex with him, several of them from his car. How could he have, if we were in the bathroom and I pushed him down? He's 50, I'm 60. Come on. I don't want any trouble. I haven't been there. Danielle has called me. They both drink excessively. I understand it's not. Danielle has had trouble with being faithful to her first husband, second husband, and now me. It is what it is. I'm done. I'm with my grandson now, who's going to be 15 months, and I'm doing much better. I'm heartbroken, and I may be screaming. I can't. I have headphones on. I have no desire to see Jay or Danielle, and I was wrong to send the voicemail message, which was on the 24th. I believe when I went up there was the 17th. I'm not positive on that, but it's several weeks later. I clearly didn't do anything then. I don't know what to say. I don't want any trouble. I have never been in trouble. I do know that Jason has a restraining order from his daughter on and I did search him because thought they were having an affair. Emotional affair is what it was and is. I'm done now. He has several lawsuits against him for not finishing work and this is public record, being caught stealing on a job site on video. I have never been in trouble. I am guilty of sending the voicemail message, and like I said, please don't play it. I don't want that. Jason, I am sorry. I am sorry. I don't want to see you. I live, as you can see, this is my new house. This is my new bedroom. I sleep outside my son's apartment. I don't want any trouble. I've never been in trouble. I don't want this. I am so sorry. The voicemail, it's called a crime of passion. I had temporarily lost my mind. I have, like I said, I will give you full access to my chart. Absolutely. I was diagnosed with traumatic brain injury in 2012. I'm very sensitive. My heart is true. And I did the phone mail message I did, and that is me. And that is embarrassing, but I never physically touched him. I was wrong to do what I did. And I'm paying for it with my broken heart. Danielle has blocked me, kicked me. I have none of my belongings, and I'm just going to try to go on with my life. I'm in a better place now, and I know I'm rambling, but I'm hurt more than anything. I don't know what else to say.
Let me hear from Mr. O'Brien. What's your response to what you just heard from Mr. Eklund?
My response is, it's a lie. He did get in my face. He backed me up into a corner. And if you listen to the testimony of Danielle at the police department, she says this is not a behavior that's just happening. It's happened over the past 10 years. This is not his first time. He's committed domestic violence towards her.
Not true.
I
have a picture that was sent to me.
Okay, that's not whether what he's done to anybody. Again, this is a petition, your petition against him. So other things.
So no, he backed me up in a corner. He caused a bruise on my back. He's threatened to kill me. There is no inappropriate behavior between me and his ex or whatever she is, because they just talked last night. And I've been married for going on 10 years. And so I'm not even interested in anything like that. As a business owner, I have to be very, very careful with things that are said, because I could be sued. It's just, he's taking this out of proportion, and that's why he's in a position that he is. And that's why he was kicked out by his ex. And like I said, Your Honor, if you were to listen to her testimony to the police department, this is not the only time. There's been several times. Unfortunately, I was just that one time when I showed up, because I'm in the home, constantly in the home working. So, I don't know if that has taken a toll or did take a toll on him. It's not like I was outside the home, but I was constantly in their life in the home as a contractor. But like I said, this is the first time he's done this. There's a track record. If you listen to Danielle's testimony, you'll hear it. And I'm not the one that kicked him out of the house. His behavior kicked him out of his house. The harassment that he's done towards her has kicked him out of the house. She's done. And as I know, she's actually filed a restraining order.
Not true.
Out. Now, whether or not she turns it in or not, I'm not too sure, sir.
Your Honor.
So, Mr. Eklund, anything? I'll give you the final word here.
Yeah. Danielle and I have a roommate, a young man that had retired out of the Army, 25, Airborne Ranger medic that worked with her in the ER, who has lived with us. The day that I confronted him and left, he called me and said that Jason, and wept openly. I never physically touched him. He never said that. He also admitted, and Danielle did in front of James, the roommate, that they have had a very inappropriate conversations in person the entire time. He told Danielle that he was single. He told me he was married. It goes on. A lot of this stuff, I never threatened his coworkers. A lot of this stuff is not true. Like I said, Danielle and I have had issues. Danielle has been an ER nurse and is an alcoholic who was forced into rehab a few months ago. She went about 50 days without drinking. It was the best of the 10 years we were together. She's called the police, the Tumwater police, which they know that I've been there and talked about going to Al-Anon because of her alcoholism. They also know every time they came to the house, they would have taken her because she was drunk and I wasn't. She was violent and I wasn't. So, but it was a toxic relationship. I had a crush on her in high school. We've been together 10 years, and we're done now. And I'm worried about her drinking. As far as Jason and them, I live down now in between Beaverton and Hillsboro in a 1-bedroom with my son, his baby mama, and my grandson. And I'm better now. It's been over a month. I have no desire. If you could look at my criminal record, I really don't have one. I don't want any more trouble. I don't want. They don't have to worry about me. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to say there, Mr. Eklund. You know, I've reviewed your petition. I've listened to the testimony on both parts. And I'm not going to replay this, or I'm not going to read it. Right? There's a kind of a transcript of the message there. I'm not going to, but it is quite disturbing. It'd be disturbing for anybody to receive
absolutely
like that. There was an incident to follow up, and so I appreciate you living in Oregon now. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so, and I hear there's been some talk of Danielle and what this or that. This doesn't have anything to do with her. This doesn't limit your activities or contact with her. But based on the testimony combined with them, I do find that an order is appropriate. And so I am going to enter an order. And basically the order is Mr. O'Brien's is not a part of your life. You don't contact
Thank you.
him. And if he's at the Danielle's place doing work and you happen to go by there for whatever reason, if you reconcile, you can't go in. But you know, don't the parameters of the order, or don't have any contact with him.
Okay.
Don't engage in stalking behavior.
No.
Don't cause any harm. Don't contact him. Don't come within 1,000 feet of him, his residence or place of employment. And you know, if he's working on Danielle's place, that's not his residence. But if you're coming when he's there, then you'd be within 1,000 feet. So, and the order will be in place for 1 year.
Okay. And I have no issues with that. Danielle and I lived in that house. We're buying the house for 9 years. We've been together 10, and I am going to move forward. And all
right,
he won't see me again. Thank you, Your Honor.
I hope not. And he probably hopes that too. So good luck to everybody.
Thank you, sir.
You all are free to go.
Thank you.
Okay, gosh. These are the